Channel Janumia, Loma Maglava, Tini Putama Tengaza, stated in you English Havata, Great Toll, Unit 9, Helen Keller Jopipale, Tengazam Sagi, how can make only the Question number 1. What do you think is the most important thing in life? Bawama Yijizo Yadi Palo mean Tindale. Question number 2. What do you think is more important, eyesight or hearing? What do you think? Mempa Tindale is more important. Bayaka Poviro Yijidelo. Eyesight ayo or Dorimaho hearing Aja ayo. Bayaga po Yijidelo mean Tindale. Question number 3. Have you ever seen a blind person? If so, describe him or her. Have you ever seen Mimim Budala, a blind person? If so, describe him or her. Tuturim how to mago pobyabiba. Question number 4. Have you ever been to a school for the blind? Have you ever been to a school Jango for the blind? So if so, where is it and how many students do you think there are in the school? If so, where is it? Male and how many students do you think they are in the school? Question number 5. How would you feel if you were blind? Solution. On 27 June 1888, a baby girl was born to Captain Arthur Keller and Kate Keller in Tuscumbia, Alabama. On 27 June 1880, Township June a baby girl was born. The little to Captain Arthur Keller and Kate Keller. Captain Arthur Keller and Kate Keller in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Alabama Pine Tuscumbia Mushi. Captain Keller and Kate Keller Mitazuroti, the Mingeto Muipakebare. The proud parents named their daughter Helen. The proud parents, Koyunido Miba Miati, named their daughter Threat Milego Namebigere, Helen lo Namebigere. She was a happy baby. Tumadi Bioshnek Lituva. She was also very intelligent. Tumaha Lonleven Kaumare. At 6 months, she could even say Wawa for water. At 6 months, Chaula Demi Yuemara, she could even say Tumaha Pio Nainibabi, Wawa for water. Ye dwe Wawa Ludo, Pio Nainibabi. In January 1882, Helen almost died of a mysterious illness. In January 1882, Township Nakune January Lama. Helen almost died of. Helen Leha almost died of. Telu Myoba Pikere. A mysterious illness. Tusane Yoga Takuja. Telu Niba Pikeware. Her parents were relieved. When the daughter finally told them, "You are very lucky parents. She is going to live." Her parents, Tumaya Miba Miaha, were relieved. Sitataya Yakajare, when the daughter, Siawenga, finally now Soma told them to look up your like the Akama. "You are very lucky parents. We know how they can count on Miba River. She is going to live. Tuma Tashimawa." But shortly after the daughter left, Mrs. Keller saw a strange look in her baby's eyes. But shortly Yamajawi Chema, after the daughter left, Siawan Takwabido Yamajakima, Mrs. Keller saw Ningevare a strange look to Santa Ajitaku in her baby's eyes. To my Kali Myalondema, to Santa Ajitaku, Mrs. Keller Ningevare. She called to her, "Helen, Helen." She then screamed for her husband, "Captain, come quickly, look at Helen." She called to her, "Tumadi, Helen လေးကိုခေါ်ကြည့်တယ် Helen Helen လို့ခေါ်ကြည့်ပါတယ် She then screamed သူမသည်ပြီးတော့ or hit လိုက်တယ် for her husband သူ့ရဲ့အမျိုးသားကိုလှမ်းអော်လိုက်တယ် Captain come quickly Captain ရေးမြန်မြန်လာပါဦး Look at Helen ငါတို့ရဲ့ Helen လေးကိုကြည့်ပါဦး Before he arrived he heard her crying She can see or hear My baby is blind and deaf Before he arrived Captain Keller မရောက်ခင်မှာ He heard her cry သူဒီ Mrs. Keller ရဲ့ငိုသံကိုကြားလိုက်ရတယ် She can see or hear သူမသည်မမြင်ရမကြားရတော့ဘူး My baby is blind and deaf ကျမတို့ရဲ့သမီးလေးဟာမျက်မမြင်နားမကြားလေးဖြစ်သွားပါပြီ Helen's wall was a dark and silent place Helen's wall Helen ရဲ့ကဘာလေးဟာ was a dark မှောင်မိုက်ပြီးတော့ a silent place တိတ်ဆိတ်တဲ့နေရာတစ်ခုဖြစ်ခဲ့ပါတယ် She became a very difficult child to live with She became သူမသည်ဖြစ်လာခဲ့တယ် a very difficult child အလွန်ခက်ခဲသောကလေးတစ်ယောက် to live with နေထိုင်ဖို့ရန်အလွန်ခက်ခဲတဲ့ကလေးတစ်ယောက်ဖြစ်သွားခဲ့ပါတယ် She ran about the house doing whatever she wanted She ran about the house အိမ်ထဲမှာသူမသည်ပြေးလွှားနေပါတယ် doing whatever she wanted သူမအလိုရှိတဲ့အရာတွေကိုလုပ်ရင်းနဲ့ပဲတအိမ်လုံးထဲမှာပြေးလွှားနေခဲ့ပါတယ် She became angry and violent very easily and threw things onto the floor or at other people She became angry သူမသည်စိတ်ဆိုးတယ် and violent ပြီးတော့ပောက်ကွဲတယ် very easily လွန်လွယ်ကူကူနဲ့ပဲလဲကူစားစိတ်ဆိုးလွယ်တယ်ပောက်ကွဲလွယ်တယ် and threw things ပြီးရင်ပစ္စည်းတွေပြစ်ပေါက်တယ် onto the floor ကျမ်းပြင်ပေါ်သို့ or သို့မဟုတ် at other people အခြားသောလူတွေရှိရာသို့ပစ္စည်းတွေကိုလည်းပြစ်ပေါက်ပါတယ် She fought with other children and sometimes hurt them She fought သူမသည်ရန်ဖြစ်တယ် with other children အခြားသောကလေးတွေနဲ့လည်းရန်ဖြစ်တယ် and ပြီးတော့ sometimes တစ်ခါတရံမှာဆိုရင် hurt them သူတို့ကိုအနာတရထိတိုက်အောင်ပြုလုပ်ပါတယ် Helen was almost a wild child Helen ဒီကလေးအရိုင်းဆိုင်လေးတူလိုပါပဲ No one could control her No one ဘယ်သူကမှ could control her သူမကိုထိန်းချုပ်၍မရနိုင်ခဲ့ပါဘူး The Kellers didn't know what to do The Kellers Keller တို့မိသားစုက didn't know မသိခဲ့ပါဘူး what to do ဘာလုပ်ရမလဲဆိုတာကိုမသိခဲ့ပါဘူး They needed help သူတို့ဟာအကူအညီလိုအပ်ပါတယ် In February 1887 Captain Keller contacted the Perkins Institute for the Blind in Boston In February 1887 1889ခုနှစ် ဖေဖော်ဝါရီလမှာတော့ Captain Keller က contacted ဆက်သွယ်ခဲ့ပါတယ် The Perkins Institute for the Blind in Boston Boston မြို့မှာရှိတဲ့ Perkins မျက်မမြင်သင်တန်းကျောင်းကိုဆက်သွယ်ခဲ့ပါတယ် She asked the director of the institute for help with Helen He asked သူဒီတောင်းဆိုခဲ့ပါတယ် The director of the institute အဲ့ဒီကျောင်းရဲ့ director ကိုတောင်းဆိုခဲ့ပါတယ် for help with Helen အတွက်အကူအညီကို Captain Keller ကတောင်းဆိုခဲ့ပါတယ် The director of the institute spoke to a young woman called Annie Sullivan The director of the institute အဲ့ဒီသင်တန်းကျောင်းရဲ့ညွှန်ကြားရေးမှူး director သည် spoke to a young woman အမျိုးသမီးငယ်တဦးကိုစကားပြောခဲ့ပါတယ် called Annie Sullivan Annie Sullivan လို့ခေါ်တဲ့အမျိုးသမီးငယ်တဦးကိုစကားပြောခဲ့တယ် He told Annie about Helen and asked her if she would like to become Helen's teacher He told Annie သူက Annie ကိုပြောပြခဲ့တယ် about Helen အကြောင်းကိုပြောပြတယ် and ပြီးတော့ asked her သူမကိုမေးခဲ့တယ် if she would like to become Helen's teacher Helen ရဲ့ဆရာမဖြစ်ချင်သလားလို့မေးခဲ့ပါတယ် The writer explained Helen is a very intelligent child but she has no language The writer explained The writer ကရှင်းပြခဲ့တယ် Helen ကဖြစ်ပါတယ် A very intelligent child, Lunyan Kaunek little way, but todo lebe. She has no language. To Mama Padas Gamashibu. There is a treasure inside her that needs to be opened. There is a treasure. Tumatama Putin Yadana Taishide that needs to be opened. Pumbebulu any day, Yanata Kushide. And I think you can open it for her. And I think you can open it for her. Me ha tumadwe pumbe naimelo ngatene. Annie Sullivan was excited by the idea of helping a deaf blind child. Annie Sullivan was excited by the idea of helping a deaf blind child. Namaja song anide glitter uo Kunyame sure Annie Sullivan was excited She agreed to travel to Tuscumbia and become Helen's teacher. She agreed to travel to Tuscumbia ko and become Helen's teacher. Helen ye siamalo pho atwat thabo tu ke pare. When she arrived at the Kellers' house, she found a very messy, spoiled little girl. When she arrived, Tuma Yaushide Chema at the Kellers' house, Keller in Yaushide Kama, she found Tuma Drigger a very lonzabe messy, Nipapido, spoiled, Piassini, little girl, Kalima little Ugo, Drigger. Helen grabbed Annie Sullivan and immediately began pulling everything out of it. Helen Lega grabbed Annie Sullivan. Annie Laswatitago Swalugere and immediately Yotia Chachimave began pulling everything out of it. Every 8 tema Shidimia Aya Alongo Sweto like Bade. Annie took a present for Helen from her Suki. Annie took a present for Helen and Dwell. Took UK body from her Suki. Lagauye Laswetadema UK body. It was a doll. Daga Kaligazazia Yolita Kuba. Then using a special alphabet, she spelled into Helen's hand DOLL doll. Then, any number using a special alphabet. A two Akia go don't be better, two Akia Surati, Yamamini, Tonde Akia Biola Pipade. She spelled into Helen's hand. Helen Lekli Boma, spell Salom Bombiagade, Blue Lesero, DOLL doll, dollo, Salom Bombiagade. I'm going to teach you language, the door to the wall for you, she told Helen. I'm going to teach you language. Naga Mingo Badaska, Timbime, Eddie Badaska Sura, the door to the wall for you. Min to a Kabaji to the Kaba Pite. Badasgago, Naga Mingo Timbimelo, she told Helen, and his Sullivan Helen go Piogevare. Helen grabbed the door and threw it violently onto the floor. She grabbed the door. Helen grabbed the door. Helen swallowed the door. Annie Sullivan paid a yogalego, grabbed, swallowed, and threw it violently onto the floor. Champion Boma, Pintanzwa, Pipalite. And trying to make her pick it up. Annie the Josagere, to make her, Helen go Pilopo, pick it up, Piankau you kaimbo to Josagere, but instead, Helen kicked Annie in the face and knocked out a tooth. But instead, Halo Kauyamesa, Helen kicked Annie in the face. Helen got Annie Yamianago, Gangere, and knocked out a tooth. Peter Dwatachong, Jodore. At the dining table that evening, Annie found that Helen was allowed to eat with her hands and take food from other people's plates. At the dining table that evening, any nearby at the dining table, Yaza Sabwema, any fall, any got triggered, that balesro, Helen was allowed Helen contributing cantayade to eat with her hands, to your letter in a Savoya contributing cantayade, and be take food, a sorry you from other people's plate. A child to the Paganidema, a sorry you do it. Helen contributing cantayade. Captain Keller explained, we can have any peace and quiet, unless we give her what she wants. Captain Keller explained. Captain Keller explained Shimbiagede. We can have Naruma Miyashi Naimbu, any peace and quiet. Any peace, Ninjanjin and quiet. We don't say Ninja Chinsure Ayarigo Narumaya Naimbu. Unless Mahopu Sui, we give her Naro Tumago Mabebu Sui what she wants. Tuma Aloshini Ayarigo Mabebu Sui, Naruha, they say Ninjanjin Rigo. And he said, that is exactly the point. This child is the point. And he said, that is exactly the point. Taha Adika Chabe, the child is the point. Diglip Yasinia Jin, Adika Chabelu, Aniga Piogevale. Any belief that Helen should learn good manners. Any belief, Aniga Yunji Kevare, that Bagolesero, Helen should learn good manners. Helen ga moving Gaunigo, then you didn't think about it. She trying to stop Helen from getting out of the tiny chore. She trying to stop Helen. She trying to stop Helen. Helen go yetamboye from getting out of the tiny chore. Tumaya Nyaza Sawa Tango Matatwa Jingo. Annie Sullivan ga Helen go tabo Josa Kebare. But Helen fought back. But to the level. Helen fought back, Then Annie said to the family, please leave me alone with her. I can't teach her anything if you just let her do whatever she wants. Then, Annie said to the family, please leave me alone with her. I can't teach her anything. If you just let her do whatever she wants. Tuma Lushini Yari Alongo Locan Binimer solution. Tuma Bama Teno Yama Hobulo Mitazuko Annie Sullivan got Pioke Vare. Anything else I would say to my way, Janababe. Not a thing else I must send it to pianist on Tupame, send it to Tinjabi, John me along to be Jesu Temare.